everyone, it's Rochelle, and today I want to talk to you about trees. Now, some of you, I hope, have been observing some of the trees outside of your window or maybe going on a walk. And so I want to talk to you about parts of a tree. So I'm going to draw a picture. But before I do that, I have some things that I went and collected from our backyard at school. The trees here are getting so big and they are losing their leaves, but they're really doing really well. So I have some things and we'll see if we can decide if this is a part of a tree. Okay. This thing is brown. Oh, maybe you just saw it. Ooh, it's kind of brown and they can be big or small. And it's bumpy. Do you know what it is? It's a pine cone. I got two pine cones from, I thought I got 3, but I guess I just got 2 from the tree in our backyard at school. Okay, there's the 3rd pine cone in my basket. And this actually has a little pine needle stuck to it. So the next thing is something that I picked up off the ground. Now this is bark from a really special kind of tree called a birch tree. And you see how it's kind of white and it's really thin, kind of like paper. So this is bark. Does bark come from a tree? Yes, it's part of a tree. Okay, what about these? I'm sure you've been seeing these outside at your home, and I have so many by my house too. Do these come from a tree? Yeah, they're part of a tree. Okay, what about this? A branch. Do you think that this is part of a tree? Yeah, it is. Now, I have something that might trick you a little bit, just to pique your interest. What about this? A piece of paper. Is that part of a tree? Think, think, think. Well, paper doesn't grow on a tree, but you use a tree to make paper. Parts of a tree make paper. We'll talk some more about that later. But I want you to be thinking about all the different things that we get from a tree. There's so many, and some of them are kind of surprising, like paper or chocolate. Okay, now I'm going to make a drawing over here. So let's talk about the parts of an actual tree. So we know that there's branches, and okay, I'm gonna make something right here. This is gonna be like the dirt, okay? So here is part of a tree. Everybody know what that part of the tree is called? This tall part at the bottom is called a trunk. That is the trunk of the tree. And it starts with a T. Trunk. So I'm going to write that. Trunk. Trunk. Can you say that with me? Trunk. Trunk of a tree. Now, a tree needs something under the ground to help keep it strong so it doesn't fall down when the wind comes. So I'm going to draw that. Does anybody know what these are called? Down here, this is the part of the tree that you can't always see. Sometimes you can see it, and sometimes you can't. Like I have a tree at my house that the root pokes up over the grass, and sometimes I trip on it. So sometimes you can see the roots and sometimes you can't. But these are called roots. So I'm going to write that down. R-O-O-T-S. I hope you can see that word. Roots. There's a trunk and there's the roots. Now we're going to draw up at the top. So this part of the tree, I'm going to draw a green tree because most trees are green at some point of the year. So I'm going to make a big green top. Oh boy, you can hardly tell that it's green on the camera. Maybe if I add a little bit of this green. I don't know. We'll see. Can you see that green? You can see it a little bit. Let's see if I can move a little closer. There we go. So this top of a tree, does anybody know what it's called? If you were in my class last year, you might remember there's the roots and the trunk, and this part at the top is called a crown. That's the crown of a tree. C-R-O-W-N. Let's say it together. Round crown. Round crown. This one will be fun down here at the bottom. Oots, roots. Oots, roots. So there's a crown and there's a trunk. We're kind of built like a tree maybe. And there's some roots. Oh, my legs could be the roots. That's what's holding me to the ground, just like a tree. Now, when you're outside or looking out your window, try to see if you can find any trees that are still green. Those are a special kind of tree called deciduous. That is a really big word. So I'll make a chart about that next week, but for now, just try to remember crown, trunk, roots, and see if you can find some of those parts. Okay, I will see you soon. Bye.